Hi, in this video we're going to be talking about how to fix your computer when it doesn't start after you've done some Windows updates. Alright, so I'm going to start off by saying that this is not going to be the same for everybody, and it's not a guaranteed fix, and this is also assuming that it was a Windows update that caused your problem. So if you've noticed that your computer failed to start or is going into some type of repair loop after doing some updates, you could try this to see if you could get it up and running again. All right, so we're going to go over a couple notes here, then we're going to try it out and show you how to do it. All right, so when it comes to doing this, we're going to be using the advanced startup under the uninstall updates. And to get there, you're going to have to boot with a Windows flash drive, or if you happen to be in recovery mode and you have the troubleshooting option, you could get to it from there. All right, so there's two types of updates that we're going to be dealing with, the quality update and the feature update. So when you uninstall the quality update, this removes the most recent quality update, which is a monthly cumulative update that includes security patches, bug fixes, and minor improvements. So this is useful if a recent patch caused issues like crashes or compatibility problems. And then we have the feature updates. So these are the major updates. So such as going from Windows 10 to Windows 11, or from Windows 10 21H2 to 22H2, or to Windows 11 23H2 to 25H2, that type of thing. So this rolls back your system to the previous version of Windows while keeping your files and apps intact. And so I will say, when you're doing this type of thing, hopefully you have a backup in case you can't get things going again. And if you have no way to get your files off before having to wipe your computer, you're going to have to either take your drive out, put it in another drive or in a USB caddy, and then attach it to another computer to get your files off of it. Or you could boot to a live Linux flash drive, which will run Linux in memory and then allow you to access your files and copy them to a different flash drive. So we did a video on that, so I will put a link to that in the description as well, so you can check that out. All right, so which one are you going to uninstall? All right, so if the problem started after a small monthly patch, like for the Patch Tuesday patches, then you could choose to uninstall the latest quality update. But if the problem started after a major version upgrade, like I said before, then you choose to uninstall the latest feature update. All right, so if you're unsure which one did it, then you could start with the quality updates since they're smaller and easier to roll back. And if that doesn't fix it, you could try the feature update. All right, so once again, I know it's kind of repeating itself here, but the feature updates, so we're going to be using the DISM command to see these updates, so they will appear like this, Microsoft Windows Edition specific, and so on. Not exactly like this, and this is all going to be on one line. It just didn't fit on the page here. And then the quality updates are going to appear like this, with the package 4 with the KB number and version and so on after that. It's going to be a lot of gibberish text like this too. So for the most part, you're going to be looking at the dates too to see which update happened to be installed on the same day your computer crashed, and then you can decide if you're going to remove the feature update or the quality update. So this is the command we're going to be using to check the update names and the installation date. So we're going to be showing you this in a minute. And you can see here that this has the C drive in it for this command. And sometimes when you're in the recovery mode, this gets changed to a different drive. So you're going to need to make sure that it's actually the C drive. And we're going to show you how to do that using the DiskPart command. All right, so now let's hop on a computer that already has the Windows 11 flash drive loaded, ready to go, and then we'll see how it works. All right, so this is the first screen you get when you boot up with the Windows USB flash drive. So we're going to click on Next. Make sure the keyboard is set to the right region here. All right, so now you have the section here to repair my PC. Don't go on to this method unless you're actually planning on reinstalling. So we'll choose this and then Next. All right, pick your keyboard layout again here. All right, so now we're going to go to Troubleshoot in the options here. All right, so here's where we have the uninstall updates, where you could uninstall the latest quality update or the latest feature update. But before we do that, we're going to go into the command prompt to take a look at these updates. All right, so before we type in that command to check the packages for the updates, we're going to make sure the C drive is correct by typing in DiskPart, all one word. Right now you're at a DiskPart prompt, so just list volume, 2 words. All right, so we can see here that C is our system drive, and I know that it's a 250 gig drive. And then I know that D is the Windows 11 media. Then we just have another system partition there that we're not going to worry about. All right, so we need to exit out of DiskPart. All right, so now I need to type in that command. So I'll pause the video and do that real quick. All right, so the command is DISM space / image :C : / space and then / get - packages. So I'll press enter here. All right, so now you can see we have these various packages here. Let me get to the top. Most likely going to have a lot of them. So you can see the install dates here. So you'd want to go to the date where you had the problem. It's not going to sort them by date, unfortunately. So here's one with the KB number here, a roll-up fix package right here. All right, so this part is going to be tricky since it's not very organized. And after all is said and done, it may not be able to help you depending how hard it is to read it and depending on the type of information you get here. All right, but I wanted to point that out in case you are able to find something on the date that you had the error or problem where your computer wouldn't start, just to give you a hint as to what type of update you should remove. All right, so if you find it, great. If not, you can still exit out of here. And then you can go back to Troubleshoot and go to Uninstall Updates. And like I said before, you might want to try uninstalling the latest quality update first before the latest feature update. All right, so let's just do this just for fun here. So choose your operating system. You should have one unless you're dual booting for some reason. All right, so you can see here if you're running into problems since installing the latest quality update, uninstalling might fix them. This will not affect your personal files, apps, or settings, but you never know with Windows what it's going to do, if it's going to make things worse or make things better for you. That's why you should always have your files backed up, and you should also be backing up your files on a regular basis, of course. All right, so we're going to uninstall the quality update. All right, so this might take a moment, so if it does, we'll pause the video and be back. All right, so the uninstall is complete. I'd say it took less than 5 minutes, maybe 3 minutes or so. All right, so we're going to click on Done. So now you're still going to be at this screen. So of course you could go back into here and do other things, or if you want, you could just click on Continue and exit to Windows 11, and then cross your fingers and see if your computer starts up like this. All right, so now we're at the login screen. You can log in. And in this case, we're good to go because there was nothing wrong with this computer to begin with. I was just testing with it. So of course, your results will vary. All right, so let me go back to the notes here real quick. All right, so once again, you'll need to decide if you want to try to uninstall a quality update or a feature update. And then you could try this command here as well to view the updates to see if you get an idea of which one is causing the problem, or which type is causing the problem, I should say. Most likely based on date, if it's the same date that your computer started having the problems. So like I said at the beginning, this is not a guaranteed fix. It might not even be your problem to begin with. It's just something you could try to see if you could get your computer up and running again rather than having to reinstall Windows completely. All right, so I'll put this information in the description, and then you could try it out for yourself and see what happens. All right, thanks for watching, and be sure to subscribe.